Right, we'll start. So how many of you are giving 2021 prelims? Anyone? All of you are giving. It means all of you are giving. Okay, those who are not giving also not an issue. Why? Because anyhow one student has to know last 1 year of current affairs, 1.5 year of current affairs. For them also it will be beneficial. So in this current affairs booster series, so we are starting with economy. Okay, economy, then we'll go with international relations, then we'll go with environment. So very important core subjects, okay, favorite subjects of UPSC. Then we'll go with polity, etc. We'll cover these three first. And in economy also, I have taken the most important ones only, not the class priority or not so important. I have not taken. So the class is, we are restricting to 2 to 3 hours. So in the 2 to 3 hours, at least 2 to 3 marks you should get it. So I don't want to bulk up much data for you. That's why the most important topics are only selected here. In questions, if there is any kind of doubt or conflict is there, we'll do it at the end. We'll discuss and do it at the end. But we'll keep going, okay, doing the concepts and also the MCQs. So for every question, for every concept there is a question before. So you have to do that MCQ, then we'll learn about concept. With that you can also understand that last 1 year what we have done. Okay, so what is your memory power, what is your conceptual clarity power, all that we will understand with the help of what? MCQs. Okay. Right. Consider the following statements. Financial Stability Report is published by Finance Ministry. It is usually published once in 2 years and assesses macroeconomic financial risk in the economy. Stressed asset or stress test is one of the important ingredients of FSR. You have to choose the incorrect code. You're saying A? Okay. I'll take up all the responses, no need to worry about it, but try to do it. At least we'll go one by one statement also. That is also fine, but that will actually take the class very lengthy. If I continuously ask, tell me first statement is right or wrong, again somebody will say yes, somebody will say no. So better is that we'll do wholesomely. Okay, we have to move forward, that's why. So it is very, very important concept. You should be aware of this. Very, very basic concept. Fine. So it is by RBI. Okay, and it is not published once in 2 years. It is not published once in 2 years. Stressed test. Stressed test is nothing but how the banking sector is under pressure, how much it is under pressure. We are talking about stressed loans, NPAs, okay, how much our banking system is under pressure. So this particular report also talks about, okay, the private banks and public sector banks, how much they are indebted, okay, what are the percentage of loans with regard to their total loans are actually not performing well, okay, how many are defaulters, what is a deposit rate, what is a saving rate, okay, so how they are infusing the liquidity in the market, so on and so forth. Okay, stressed test is one of the very important ingredient of this particular report. FSR, Financial Stability Report. Our answer is choose the incorrect code, that is 1 and 2, right? Incorrect code 1 and 2. Instead of Finance Ministry, RBI. Instead of 2 years, not there 1 year. Okay. RBI's Financial Stability Report, it is RBI only publish twice each year. I have given the reverse, once in 2 years. It is published what? Twice each year. It presents an assessment of health of the total financial system of our country. Okay, financial system of our country. It assesses macro financial risk. There could be also a twist here. They may ask you that financial stability report of RBI, okay, assesses micro financial risk. Then that again will become wrong. Word will be twisted. You have to concentrate on the word macro here. Okay, so FSR looks into what kind of dimensions of financial system. So whether the banks are having sufficient capital to operate. Banks are having sufficient capital to operate. Means can they pay the rent, can they pay the salaries, can they pay the services that they take from IT giants. Okay, so do they have the sufficient funds with them to operate? Levels of bad loans. Bad loans are nothing but when you have taken a loan from the bank but you are not paying either interest, not even principal for 90 days. For 90 days means 3 months you are enjoying the credit of what? Bank. Right. So you are not paying interest. Of course, when you are not paying interest, you will not pay principal amount also. So if 3 months you do it consecutively, then on your name they will be flagging. Flagging means color. It will be coded in the bank manager system. Your name will be coded with blue, red, like that. Means defaulters. Means defaulter. That is called as flagged. The defaulter names will be flagged, means highlighted. Okay. Then ability of different sectors of the economy to get credit for economic activity. Okay. So RBI conduct stress test to also figure out what might happen to the health of the banking system if the broader economy worsens. Broader economy worsens. What will happen? Okay, like COVID, what will happen? What will happen to the banking system? Deposits we are not doing, loans they are not giving because everything is locked down, right? So how these banks can survive, and how if they don't operate, then what worse situation that India can have? That kind of test is also done by RBI in this FSR report. Okay, is it clear? Clear, right? Consider the following statement with regard to Mitra scheme. Mitra is related to development of handloom sector. It is an investment linked subsidy scheme to help attract investments and export. Choose the correct statements or statement. Very, very basic, Sunday. And they are not going to go away. In next year also, the same skills will run. Every session will be a fruitful session if you consider it that is a part of your preparation process. And doing current affairs should be like more entertaining. Okay, you should be more interested in current affairs than any other subjects, as I generally, that is my perception, of course. More things you will learn, you can integrate more things. Answer for this, none of you. कुछ तो बोलो, थोड़ा तो बोलो. मित्रा स्कीम किसके लिए है? For what purpose? D, C. So one is saying extreme, both are extreme here. One is pro for two statement, one is against for two statement. Any other students? But one thing is very sure, all people are here. You are like 15 students, 20 students or so. But when you are here, I felt very happy that you are very serious about your preparation. Because Sunday is a party day, but still you are here. Okay, good confidence. So answer here is neither. So you are right. Okay, Mitra is not for handloom sector, it is for textile sector. And it does not have all these features. It does not have the feature at all. Okay. Mitra means Mega Investment Textile Park scheme. It is a incentive scheme. It is a incentive scheme. If you do more production of textiles, the government will give you 4 to 6% of that extra production you are doing. Extra production you are doing. Okay, 100 units you are producing. 100 units, 100 rupees. Okay, but government asks you to increase the production. Because of that 100 average production, you did 120 units. You did how much units? 120 units. 20 units, 20 rupees you should get or not? 100 units, 100 rupees means 20 rupees, 20 units. Anyhow, in the market you will sell this 20 units, you will get 20 rupees. But you will also show to the government, dekho sir, I have also produced extra according to your scheme. So 20 rupees of 4% is how much? 8 rupees extra he will get. Understood? Clear for everyone? So the extra production will be incentivized. Anyhow market rate he will definitely sell. Above that government has to give on that value or not? Understood everyone? So that is all incentivizing schemes are like that only. You may have also come across that PLI scheme, right? All that schemes are like that only. This is a very simple example I have told you. You can relate this example to any number of units or any number of value of crores. Okay, incentivizing schemes. You do more production, will give you benefits. Okay, usually nowadays incentivizing is the trend going on. Before what used to happen, they used to give you rebate. Means whatever you have paid, that would be reimbursed. That would be reimbursed. You might have paid tax. Tax will be reimbursed. Like input tax credit will be reimbursed. Okay, electricity bill you have paid on that 50% discount. That is called as rebate. So before that what used to happen? When you do the total sale, okay, some part of that particular your company or factory operation, some part of that expenditures will be reimbursed to you, will be given back to you, any of the operation area. Okay, maybe you have got a machine, so capital subsidy will be given to you. Understood? Or on production, these are all incentivizing schemes on what? Production, not on capital again. So any one part of the area will be reimbursed before. Now it is not like that. Okay, so it is like you do more production. The concept here is what? More production. Then we will incentivize you, and incentivizing is very good also because you will get everything in money and very early also. It's easy. This much you have produced and you give this much. Okay. So to make our industry globally competitive, textile industry globally competitive, attract large investments. Obviously, if I am a textile manufacturer and you are also there, so you got the news that government of India has initiated this scheme, then you will feel a gap. No, the demand is there, government is incentivizing, so new investments will come. New people will also start opening what? Textile shops, textile manufacturing units, and I will start having more expansion. Okay, existing people will go for expansion. Okay, and those who are not doing, they will come into this sector. They will come into this sector. So two things generally will happen. Okay. And of course, when large investments will come, then production increases automatically. You require more people or not? This is a need of the hour at the time of COVID or not? In the COVID situation, this is a need of the hour. We need to create employment somehow. Okay. And giving capital subsidies and all will only benefit what? The manufacturers. It only enhances his profits, right? Okay, but giving something on production, it means definitely you have to increase the production itself. When you have to increase the production, then you employ more labor. This is how they are also targeting to create employment because of this COVID situation. Okay, and of course, more production, ultimately supply will be more, and we can even exports and make our products globally competitive. Globally competitive is nothing but my Amul ghee is there, Amul ghee. Okay, so there is a scheme on it. If I produce more, then I will be incentivized. So we all started producing more and more because everyone want to reap the benefits, right? Everyone wants to reap the benefits of that particular scheme. And now what happened? The once the domestic market is over, just like a farmer, once he has kept his all food grains for the family consumption, what he will do? The rest of it sell. So once we are satisfying our domestic demand, the next market will be what? Export market, right? Then we go and sell our products. We'll talk to UK, we'll talk to Dubai, we'll talk to Bangladesh, Pakistan. Traders will be there. Okay, we this much 1 crore packets of half kg ghee I will send you, sir. So our products will talk. They will give the half payment will be done. And because international settlement dispute mechanism is also there, so you cannot, the government of India also, they can file if you don't send the consignment also. Supreme Court, he can file the case in the Supreme Court also. So all that is there, so nobody will be worried about that investment. When you have purchased something and somebody will not send the consignment, that scenario will not happen. That scenario will not happen. Okay, so any country's investor can take our products and he will be saved from the law of land. That is very common thing. Okay, so our Amul ghee will go to Bangladesh market. Then Bangladesh domestic manufacturers also produces ghee, no? So our ghee will compete with their ghee. Okay, at the end in economy, the consumer should be a rational consumer. We talk about only rationality in economy. It means what? Whenever, yeah, we always look for what? More quality and cheaper. Okay, this is what the consumer behavior always towards the good. You cannot say that I will buy something in more cost even it is bad. So that kind of persons are not included in the economy. Only rationality is there anywhere in the world. Okay. So under this scheme, world class infrastructure with plug and play facilities will also be created. Okay. So plug and play means everything is set, like madam is there. So I said I wanted a coaching class like this. Okay. So madam told, I said the same thing to madam and madam said that, okay, take it. So here everything is ready, no? Plug and play. Okay, do I have to bring all the infrastructure here? Do I have to buy all the chairs here? No, right? Everything is plug. Just like a fan is there, you plug it, it will be there. It will start rotating, right? So when everything is set, then it is called as what? Plug and play. No need to do all that groundwork. No need to invest, no need to take care of the construction, okay, the supply, electricity, everything will be well. Okay. Chalo. Consider the following statement. Seaweed farming was given importance on the line of Pledge of Paris Summit. Seaweeds have wide-ranging applications, from agriculture production of phytochemicals, ranging from agriculture production to phytochemicals and medicine. Choose the correct code. Okay, this is wrong. This is right. Someone told only two. He is very right. Okay. There is nothing called as seaweed etc. stuff in Paris Summit, first of all. Okay. That is a gone case altogether. Okay. We have never launched anything like that. It was announced in Budget 2021 Paris Summit in the 2015. We got SDGs in Paris Summit. We got INDCs in Paris Summits. Right. Nothing more than that has come out of it. Okay. So it was launched on the lines of Paris Summit. Very absurd statement. You should right away reject it. Okay. It was announced in Budget 2021. Name given to many species of marine algae and plants. They grow in water bodies. Okay. Very, very important. If they ask you the question, they grow only in oceans, means wrong. They grow every water body. Okay. They are found only in oceans, like that question will come. Very, very, very focused you have to do your MCQs. Okay. A simple word you will lose marks. Only he will ask. They are commercially exploited seaweeds are also there in our country. Kappa ficus, okay, Alvarezi, Gracilaria, Edulis, Gelidiala, Sargassum, Turbinaria. Just remember that. Okay, they are rich in vitamins and minerals. Okay, they help in the production of phytochemicals like agar, carrageenan, alginates. Okay, all these chemicals, whatever I have just read here, these are all useful for gelling means something is very much liquid, then you have to stop it flow, no, then you will use that particular material. Then what will happen? It will move slowly, it will become viscous, it will become viscous, that is called as gelling. Okay, so I am expecting that you know all these terminologies. This is an advanced economic booster class, so I cannot say what is gelling also, right? So you should understand. And thickening agents also you can understand. Okay, like maska, malai, you know, maska, malai, milk, curd, maska, malai, thickening agents, bind, it will bind. In several industries, even in thickening agents, chocolate is also there, confectionaries, cake, pharmaceuticals, you know that. Pharmaceuticals is nothing but drugs, drug making industry is called as what? Pharmaceuticals. Okay, so pharma means here formula. Pharma means nothing but formula. So if I have a fever, maybe a tablet is that tablet is having different chemicals. Let's suppose all the tablet is 100%. Let's suppose all the tablets is 100%. My fever related whatever the ingredient is there in the tablet, it is only 15%. Rest all the chemicals are to bind it, to make it to work in our body. That's why everything will be attached, gelling agents, thickening agents. But actually 15% is only there in my body. That's why sometimes you will be asked to take 2 tablets. Why? Because that particular composition percentage in the total composition will not be sufficient for you to get away from that particular ailment. Are you getting my point? Okay, and that's why we also say that our body is like made up of only chemicals, right? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So if any chemical is increasing, we'll give another chemical to tablet to stabilize. And the chemicals are what? Balancing each other. It's not the body which is balancing. Body itself is what? Made up of total chemicals, and majorly carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and you will find sulfur, nitrogen, phosphate in the nucleic acid. Okay, so if this combination gets here and there, then you take tablets that are also chemical, these are also chemical, balance. Okay, anti-inflammatory if you are having swelling, antimicrobial if you are attacked with microbes, microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, production of polysaccharides, fertilizers, high value products, and also nutraceuticals, nothing but this one, multivitamin tablets. Nutraceuticals means nutrient tablets that enhances your nutrients. Okay, concentration in your body is called nutraceuticals. We also have cosmeceuticals also. So you can see they are having wide ranging applications. Seaweeds are having wide ranging applications. You can see this is how the seaweed look like in the water. Okay, just go to the ocean and just pull it off, that is only called as seaweed. Okay. Then Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampadana Yojana. It is a flagship scheme for the sustainable development of fisheries. Part of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, remember this for sure whenever we are mentioning this. Okay, it is not part of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, it is a part of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, like that questions may come. Be sure that why to study this is a part of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, I should not study that, don't be in that misconception. Whenever you are reading the current affairs, make sure that you are also focusing on whether it is a part of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan or not. That is why that is also I want to tell you. Okay, please focus on this. Nodal Ministry, Department of Fishing is implementing that scheme. Enhance fish production 70 lakh tons and increase export. These two are very, very important. Production, export. Okay. They may ask you in the examination that Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampadana Yojana is a scheme to increase the fish production or to meet the demand, domestic demand. To meet the domestic demand. Wrong. Okay. This scheme is also directed to exports also. Okay. So we wanted to earn this many crores by 24 to 25. Double the income of fishers and fish farmers. Reduce post-harvest losses from 20 to 25% to about 10%. Post-harvest losses. Okay. Post harvest losses means what? If you have catch some fish but you don't have the storage, cold storage is not there, and you are somehow trying it to store in ice, in thermocol like that, with that what happened? Out of 10, 4 died. Is post harvest loss or not? Okay, we have to reduce it. Now in the industry it is all about 20 to 25% of the harvesting, after harvesting they are losing. So we want to reduce that post harvest loss to 10%. 10%. Clear to everyone? Are you focusing or not? Please focus it. Sit calmly. Washington consensus recently in the news is related to. Washington consensus recently in the news is related to. Very simple question. Ozone has got only 3 names: Vienna, Montreal, Kigali. There is nothing more than that. Refugee crisis. No, there is a long back one convention was there on the name of refugee only. Okay. Now what is, then one by one you will say everything, I know that. Financial economy. Okay. So Washington consensus 1989 for economy, for a free market. Remember this one. Promoting capitalism here for a free market. Okay, it is supported by, this convention is supported by IMF, World Bank and US government. Fiscal policy discipline is nothing but revenues and expenditures should not have a longer gap. Right, revenues and expenditures should have a shorter gap. That is only called as fiscal deficit. In that you might be having various other kinds of deficit: primary deficit, effective primary deficit. Okay, then you are having monetized deficit is also there, revenue deficit is also there. So, but overall all of that should be closed. That is called as fiscal discipline. All of them should be closed. There should not be a widened gap. Okay. Redirection of public spending from subsidy towards broad based provision of key pro growth. That is very, very true. Instead of giving subsidies, why don't you give them investment so that they can enhance their production, right? Instead of subsidies. Okay, you are using urea, and urea is not that great with regard to what production, increasing the production. Why? Because what farmer requires is not urea, he may actually require some other nutrients, but government does not give subsidy on that nutrients, NPK, but government gives subsidy on urea. Okay, so you have to rationalize the subsidies also and give to those particular aspects which really require a thirst. Okay, subsidies, we have to stop subsidy. That is called as rationalization. Wasteful expenditures we have to remove and put in what? Productive expenditures. That is only called as rationalization. Okay, then pro-poor services, primary education infrastructure, schools, colleges, all that, healthcare facilities, infrastructure investments have to be created. Infrastructure investment is nothing but investments more in energy, dams. Okay, investments in road connectivity, golden quadrilateral, etc., diamond. Okay, so investments in ports. Investments in what? Ports. Okay, there you are going to upgrade things. Okay, and or else investment infrastructure will be also be what? SEZ, right? Special economic zones, NIMS. Okay, so that is called as what? Investment in infrastructure. Okay, tax reforms, we have already done a very big tax reform. What is that? GST. Okay, broadening the tax base is nothing but bringing more and more people into the tax payment. Okay, like below 3 lakhs nobody will pay the taxes, above 3 lakhs only people will pay the taxes. So we have to increase the base. We have to increase the base means bring more and more people in the tax payment structure. Okay, market determine interest rate. So government should not interfere in the interest rate of the banks. It should be like demand and supply. Market determine means on the basis of demand and supply. If demand is high, the interest rate will shoot up, right? If the demand is high, the interest rate will shoot up. Okay, if you are more demanding, they will increase, but RBI does not allow it. That is another matter. So I am again not going into that. Okay, but generally what happens, if anything, any demand is increasing, means the prices will automatically increase, and that should be left free. Interest rate should be left free. Competitive exchange rates like $1, 60 rupees, like that. Liberalization of trade, so removing all restrictions with regard to licensing, with regard to registration, with regard to renewal, with regard to investment, with regard to getting certifications, etc. Little bit be liberalized. Okay, don't put harsh rules and sections so that it takes a lot of time for him to get that certification, and that also delays the operation of that particular unit itself. Okay, it will not even stop. You have put not even started, and you have put lot of rules and regulations to be satisfied. Then how the business and economy will done, right? So you have to liberalize, means lose the trading aspects. Okay. Liberalization of inward FDI, very common. So make it 100%. Don't put 24% cap. Don't put 51% cap. Don't put 74% cap. So it is asking to what? Liberalize FDI. Let the total sectors be open to maximum limits. There should not be any cap. Okay, that is what Washington consensus says. It's not that it has to be applied to us. They are saying it. Okay, so many good things are there. This is widely criticized. Remember this point. This is widely criticized. This question may come. It has been appreciated by all the economies. Wrong. Washington consensus has been appreciated by all the economics. Wrong. It has been widely criticized. Liberalizing FDI will not suit us. Okay. Then it is a term coined by John Williamson. One district, one product scheme. Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Here identify one product per district based on its potential and also the national priorities, and also the national priority. One district, one product. Identify. A district will definitely have resources at least with respect to some products where it can satisfy all its requirements in the same districts only. You don't have to go anywhere and bring the raw material, etc. Some products will also always be there in a district. Some products will always be there in the districts where all the requisites, okay, pre-manufacturing, post-manufacturing will be there in that particular districts only. So identify such products, okay, in each districts. Any example, like you can take that silver filigree is there, no? Bidri craft, you will find only in some places only. Okay, Nirmal, like that. So there only you will find the skilled labor, you don't find anywhere else. Okay, and from there only they will produce kalamkari, all these are there, no? They produce there and it will go to other parts of the country, because there you will find all that particular market requirements, you will find there itself. Okay. So we have to identify. Government has not identified. That is a normal suitable example that we can relate to. Okay. And a cluster has to be made. Cluster means group of all the companies together. Okay. Group of all that manufacturers together. That is called as cluster. So in district, all of them should be assembled. Okay. And market linkage will be provided for that. Market means for selling purpose. For selling purpose, market linkage is there. Means this is a district. Okay. Here one manufacturer, here one manufacturer, here one manufacturer, here one manufacturer is there. Then we are here one manufacturer, here one manufacturer. So we will ask them to make a cluster here. So they all shift their bases to this place. Okay. And everyone will be producing from here. From here, okay, they should be given a proper road connectivity to Hyderabad. Okay, so they will produce here and they will come and they will sell the production in Hyderabad. So this is called as market connectivity. Understood? This is called as market connectivity. Means market is nothing but where you want to sell. Okay, whatever the production is there, that has to be sold, right? That is how it is. This is the right example. Okay. It is basically a Japanese business development concept, very, very important. One district, one product scheme has been a concept is there originated in USA. The question may come like that. Okay, that will be again wrong. It is a Japanese business development concept implemented by Director General of Foreign Trade. Okay. The objective is to convert each district of the country into a export hub. Okay. Then for promotion of this one district one product scheme, at the state level also state export promotion committee and district export promotion committee has also been constituted. Okay, a properly government is taking care of this particular scheme. A proper way they are going in a systematic way.